Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. So somebody had commented on the flip through video about the different types of grayscale in here. You can see the color palette right here that I started off with. I was kind of looking for a Neapolitan look, but then I also add some purple and green to it. Anyway, somebody had mentioned just that the dark grayscale looked too dark and the light looked too light. And I agree with that. It's definitely a different type of grayscale than you'd see like in Jade Summer and stuff. So I thought it would be interesting, since I haven't seen a lot of people coloring this yet, to show what the dark grayscale version looks like. And basically I'm just using markers and the Arteza glitter gel pens. In terms of markers, I went very light with them. I went with light pinks. I used the Ohuhu pastel, basically a mix of the Ohuhu pastel markers. Some really light Copic colors like mint blue, the Canary and pale yellow. I'm trying to think of which others. I think for her skin tone I used, I should have done this at the beginning, powder pink. So and then it looks like I used a slightly darker blue as well. But I just used really light colors and a few little darker colors here and there. You'll see me bring in some dark purples and greens just to mix things up a little bit. Like I said, that original color palette I had just felt too limited for me, and I wanted to do something else and add a few other colors. So you'll see me come in with those in a little bit. But I think this picture actually turns out super cute. I was originally going to do this as a speed color with just music, but after seeing that message, I thought I could just talk during it, since this isn't going to last very long. This picture took me roughly an hour to complete, which was really nice. I had a lot of fun with it, and just doing something a little different than I've been doing recently. Like I said, I did bring in some dark colors, but I was very limited in what I used. Like that darker brown is from my Wise Brants. I think the darker blue is also a Wise Brant. And then the purple and green is either, oh, there's one, Copic or Wise Brant. Now in the background, I actually end up using two Ohuhu pastel markers, a lighter green and a lighter purple. So I think this is the peach out of the Copics. So like I said, I really like that Neapolitan look, and I actually kind of want to use that, I think, for like a mandala or another future pattern, but I just needed a few more colors on this one, so it kind of grew from that one. Boy, my voice is not my friend right now. And here I come in and I use the two blues, and just basically where it's a darker grayscale, I use the darker blue and then the lighter blue in the lighter areas. Just playing around a little bit with the grayscale, just seeing what different looks, what different effects I can get with it. And I enjoyed working with this dark grayscale, but again, especially some certain pictures, if you want to keep the grayscale, you're probably going to really need to stick to lighter colors. I don't mind in some places. Sometimes I just want to use the dark colors like I do here, and I don't mind if I lose the grayscale in certain areas. Oh my goodness, give me just a second. I don't know what in the world is going on with my voice all of a sudden. It was nice weather this morning, and then it started raining, so maybe it's just everything getting damp and all the stuff in the air is now in my throat, which is great. But yeah, like I said, nothing too complicated here, just a straight coloring layer of the marker, which would have been cute in of itself, but this picture I really wanted to really use the 18 set of the Arteza glitter gel pens I've gotten. I've used them on some other pictures since I've gotten them, and I've loved them so far, but I really wanted to use them like everywhere on this picture. This picture I just wanted to be just all kinds of sparkly. And I do bring in some Stickles here and there, but for the most part I just use the glitter gel pens. The I have to say, the set of the 18 Arteza glitter gel pens are probably my favorite. They are outranking even the Pentel dual metallic, because you get 18 instead of like 8 for the same price, basically. They are 1 millimeter, so they are the flow on them is really nice for filling in large areas and outlining. And I had no issues with the flow. They flowed just as smooth as those Pentel dual metallic ones do. Not scratchy at all. Every one of them looks great. You'll see me use them here in a minute. And, oop, sorry, Leroy. I didn't mean to kick you. I heard a car door and swung around, and he was sitting beside me for some reason. But, they work beautifully. You get a lot of other colors. They don't, in some cases they can look a little different in colors, but they're not quite like the iridescent as much as they are more glitter than iridescent, I guess. And but they look fabulous. Like I said, the one minor issue I have with them is they do not have a clear glitter pen in that, and I think that is the one thing that keeps them from being 5 stars for me. Is I would have loved to have had a clear glitter pen in there, and it would have sucked because they would have had to sacrifice the color, but I really wish there was a clear one. I had to pull that from a clear one from my Jelly Roll gel pens because I wanted to put some sparkle around on her skin tone. So, alright, so here we are with the gel pens I was just talking about. And as you can see, they just flow fantastic. Like, I didn't have to go back over anything. They give a nice, good, bold line because they're the one, I guess millimeter is what it is. So they're a little bit thicker type pen. I also play around with the hair, her hair and the horse's hair, or unicorn's hair, excuse me, where I come in with the gel pen and I just kind of go through where there are lines and when there's a little bit of a shadow, just to give it a little bit of a sparkly effect. So I didn't want to put another color over it, so I just wanted to put the gel pens over it, and it turns out cool. I like this effect, and I end up using it on the unicorn as well. So just having fun playing around with the different gel pens, and then I realized I accidentally made that purple instead of green, but that's fine. So here I am shading in with the darker blue areas. And look, like they have an iridescent feel to them, but you don't, like this color would normally be a blue green and when on the Pentels, but here it's like a legit blue, which in some cases I prefer, to be quite honest, because I don't want that different color effect. I want it to be the color that I'm putting down. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think my Facebook Messenger just dinged. So if you hear that, just disregard. I've had a busy morning, so I think I have to message somebody back here in a little bit. But yeah, here I'm coming into the unicorn's tail. I also do her little socks like this. It's funny, the marker part of this took all of maybe 30 minutes. I think I spent more time on the extras, like the gel pens and the stickles, than I did the actual marker coloring, which I always find amusing. I spend just as much time, if not more, on the little extra bits. But they do make that it's worth it in the end. So I just, like I said, I hadn't really done anything super just sparkly. And I mean, my pictures have all been pretty fun this month. I've actually haven't felt, sometimes you work on pictures and like, and I got a couple whips like that where they're beautiful pictures and they look great, but you're just not really enjoying them. I have had a few like that recently, but this month so far, I've had a lot of fun with the ones I've been working on. And but this one was just a more just playing around with markers and gel pens, not worrying about trying to shade, outlining a bit with the gel pens because I've been doing that a lot lately and I like the look I get when I do that. You'll see me come in with a red gel pen in a minute and outline the unicorn's body. And I don't know, I think it just, but look at the shine on these suckers. They are gorgeous. They even had a brown one, and that's what I was super excited about, and it's the reason I did her tights like this. But I did notice, as you can see when I put it on here, it's more of a reddish brown, which is fine, but I like kind of wish it had been more of just a chocolate brown color. But that's okay. I mean, it still looks great. I just was a little bummed about that, but not enough that I would, just be like, oh no, I don't like these as much. It's just I would have liked a slightly different color. It's hard to find a good brown glitter gel pen. Like just some odd colors like that. Black glitter gel pens are pretty easy to come by, but like a good, dark brown one is a little difficult. Had I known it was going to be that dark, I probably just would have used the clear gel pen over it, but that's okay. Like I said, this was one of those things where I was like, okay, it did this and it looks good and we're just going to keep on going. Alright, so here I come in with the clear stickles. I just decided I wanted glitter everywhere. So I come in with some clear stickles on the rest of her dress where I didn't have the right color gel pen. I also use it to cover the butterfly. I outline the stars in it, and then I use the glossy accents over the eyes, like her eyes and the unicorn's eyes. And you see me doing that right now. Actually, I had to trim off part of it because it was stuck again in the thing, so... Now, I realize with stickles and glitter, you really want to work like left to right so you don't stick your hand in it. I always forget to do that. Here I am with the clear glitter gel pen, which you don't see a lot just sitting here like this, but you can see it like where I, flip it a little bit. I don't know. I wanted them all to just glitter and sparkle. I channeling my inner 12-year-old here in terms of everything's glitter. And of course I picked her, her title in the book is Little Miss Delish, which works perfect for the color along this month. So I don't know if it'll be next Tuesday, but my goal in May is to now do one of the pictures in here in the really light grayscale and show you guys how that looks too. So, yeah, about to come in. And I forgot to add some glitter to the unicorn horn, and I'm also going to come in and do the border. And you'll see me flip the page, but I have to do that so I don't stick my hand in the massiveness of the stickles and the glitter that is on there. So it is super cute. I just, like I said, this This is what I feel like, I was thinking kind of like Rainbow Bright because Rainbow Bright was like from my time when I was a kid and stuff. I was a really big Rainbow Bright fan. But I don't know. I wanted something a little different. And so, and then I come in, I wanted to put some white dots on the stars just to give a little bit of a pattern here. But like I said, this one didn't take me hardly any time at all. I really enjoyed it. Just had a lot of fun actually coloring and just putting sparkles on everything. And so here is the finished picture. As you can see, I actually do enjoy this grayscale, but the dark versions of these pictures, as you can see, I went with very light, even pastel colors in a lot of cases. I did use some dark colors, but those were mostly accents because I wasn't worried that the grayscale was going to disappear with them. And so yeah, this you can make it work. I was real pleased with the results of this, and I'm curious to see what will happen with the lighter grayscale version. But like I said, it'll probably be well into May before I post that. But if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. And this just gives you a little extra video this week. So, woo, lucky you! Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will be back on Friday with a coloring and supply haul for the month, and then either a color and chat, or if I get a lot of pictures done this week, I might go ahead and do completed pages this weekend. It may be a short one, but we may do it anyway. So, thanks, guys. Hope you have a good rest of the week, and bye for now.